good morning and welcome to Story Time. Yes, a very special story time today, and I hope you are ready for that one. This is Brave Molly, written by Brooke Boynton Hughes. I hope you are ready. I am, or I think I am, yes, ready for this one. It'll be a great test for Mr. Limada today, but I am excited to share it with you. And of course, to be here today. Good morning to you on this lovely Thursday morning or evening, wherever you are. I hope you had a lovely day, and I hope you do have a lovely day if you're just getting started like I am. Yes, thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. And remember, you can find us live 10:30 Pacific time right here on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram, and you can also find us on our YouTube channel. So do join us on all those platforms. Good morning to you, and I hope you're ready for Brave Molly. Thank you so much for joining in. And of course, a big thank you to Tim Dixon, the Sockbox Salute, for our lovely theme song, and just to the many community members out there that join in every day and make it what it is. Yes, thank you so much for joining in. Let us see who is with us today. Harmony Beth, yes, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Good morning to you. Good evening to you, Sheba Chanda out in Zambia, and Benjamin. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hope you had a lovely day, Benjamin. And yes, I hope after the story you can have a great night, a beautiful night indeed. Thank you so much. Laura Anger joining us in San Francisco. And of course, you're joining in with Liam. How are you doing today, Liam? Thank you for joining us. Good to see you. Yes, good morning to you, Liam, out in SF. Good morning to you, Anders Lou, right here in Auckland. Yes, how is third grade going, Anders? Good to see you. Thank you for joining in. And good morning to you, Ingrid. Jonathan, you are joining in from Alameda, and you're joining in with Molly. Oh, nice. And Birdie, good morning to you. Thank you for joining us. Yes, Molly, are you brave too? Yes, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Jonathan, Molly, and Birdie from Alameda. Thank you so much for joining us right back today. Anna Lima in Chicago, how are you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for joining in. It has been a minute. I hope you are well, and I hope your nieces and nephews are back to school and enjoying it. Thank you so much. Yes, good morning to you. Good morning to you, Camille. Oh, Camille is napping. Camille and baby Marco, who's napping. You're out in Sunnyvale. All right, I'll try and whisper for baby Marco. No. Good morning to you. Thank you so much. And you say you're looking forward to Brave Molly. Yes, I am too. Absolutely. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Jen Meta. How are you doing? Thank you so much for joining in. And you say, Molly. Yes, we are ready for Molly today. Eli and Wells, thank you so much for joining in as always. And you say good morning. Thank you. Appreciate you. And good morning to you, Clementine. Thank you for joining us. Eli and Wells. Thank you. Thank you. Lucy and Wally and Archie. Thank you so much. You're saying it's a little overcast in LA. And the school year is great. It is off to a great start. Great bunch of kids. And I'm just loving it. It's not what we want it to be, but we will make it happen however we have to, and I think we're doing just that right now. So thank you for asking, Anne. Thank you for asking, Lucy and Wally, and I hope you too have a lovely school year when yours begins. Yes, thank you so much for joining in, Lucy and Wally, and also Archie joining us out from LA. Thank you so much for joining in, and hopefully those clouds go away and you can have some beautiful sun. Thank you so much. Yes, good evening to you, Sonia Abrantes and João Tiago. How are you doing today out in Portugal? Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Dr. Cor. Michelle, how are you doing today? You're saying we're being brave too. Getting this new year started off with a pop. Oh, thank you. Yes, I felt like a duck, like down below all the work is happening, but of course, definitely having to be brave outward. Thank you so much. Good morning to you, Jade. How are you doing with Ava Scarlett? Thank you so much for joining us. Ellen Edwards, good morning to you. Oh, nice. Thank you so much for joining us in Chicago. Is somebody joining in with you, Ellen? Thank you so much. Let us know. Maria Kerwa joining us from El Sobrante. How are you doing? It's been a while. Good morning to you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning. And of course, Molly says good morning right back. And we're about to get started and see what Molly is about. Yes. Good morning to you, and we're getting started. Thank you so much for all the lovely messages coming in, of course. Appreciate it. Yes, the school year so far so good, and we are going to do it. Yes, we will do it. Thank you so much for all that. All right, here we go. Brave Molly. And I'm going to try something special today. Yes, and I need my inspiration from Molly as well, because this book, as I was saying, has no words. So we will be making up our story as we go. Are you ready? All right. This one is Brave Molly. It's written by Brooke Boynton Hughes, and it is read with permission of Chronicle Books of San Francisco. Thank you so much to Chronicle Books. All right. Molly loved to read. She enjoyed the quiet and comfort of her room and her own home. But of course, Molly would sit by a window and watching as the other kids went by. Every now and then, she wished she could be with those kids. She could have friends. But something always seemed to hold her back. Molly would watch through the window. But something only she felt, only she saw, held her back. And Molly would try to crumple those feelings and be brave and walk out the door and do it. Today was the day she would make friends. But something always held her back. Even when the kids said hi, something, just something, was holding Molly back. And so it went, day by day. And those feelings of anxiety always seemed to hold Molly back, and were there, blocking her way, blocking her every move. What was Molly to do? She wanted friends. An opportunity presented itself, and Molly was able to pick up a book that was left behind by one of the kids. Was this the chance? Was this an opportunity to speak to them? But as she walked, that feeling came back, and she could feel it. It was there. Could not tell you what it was, but she knew it was there. No matter how far Molly walked, that feeling was there. No matter how much she zigzagged and tried to hide, that feeling just seemed to linger. And when Molly hid, she felt like those things were gone. But as soon as she emerged on the other side, they were waiting. Waiting for Molly, that feeling holding her back more and more. And no matter how fast Molly ran or walked, that feeling was still there. Molly kept thinking, what am I to do? Those feelings followed her everywhere. No matter how high she went, they were right there, And they seemed to be getting stronger and stronger, multiplying on her. What was Molly to do? They were there constantly. And they even seemed to reach for her. No matter how fast she went, how high she went, how low she went, they were there. And Molly tried everything to fight them off. What was Molly to do? And that feeling grew and grew and held her back even more. What was Molly to do? She was getting frustrated. Molly was getting very angry. What was she to do? And so she started looking for that carriage inside. She knew she had the power to get rid of this thing, but what could Molly do? And so she started mustering up all the courage in her. And that courage was building and building, mixed in with anger and frustration. It was growing. And Molly couldn't take it anymore. And finally, she turned around and yelled out, "No! Leave me alone!" And that feeling seemed to lift. Yes, it was disappearing, dissipating fast. And Molly felt happy. Were those feelings gone completely? No, you could still see they were still there, but she was braver than when she started. And Molly kept going. And those feelings did not leave her completely. They were still there. But Molly had fought them off once, and she knew she could do it again. And she kept going. And finally, she was mustering up the courage, and she reached up to that kid. And all with one word, "Hi!" And just like that, a friendship was to begin. A friendship that helped all the anxiety go away, helped the anxiety disappear. A friendship that smiled at each other. A friendship that read together. A friendship that stuck together. And a friendship that kept growing and growing. Were those feelings gone? No. But Molly knew she could fight them, and she had just the friends to help her. The end. Thank you so much for joining in Storytime today. That was Brave Molly. Yes, I hope you like the Mr. Limata interpretation of the story. And if you have this book at home, or if you get a chance to get it, try out creating your own words and telling this story. I enjoyed it so much. Thank you for joining in Storytime. And yes, we all have things that hold us back. But remember that we can fight them. We need our friends around us. We need the positive people around us to keep us going. It's not going to be easy, but we can do it. We can be brave just like Molly. Thank you so much to Brooke Boynton Hughes, our author for today, author illustrator. And of course to Chronicle Books for letting us share that amazing book. Thank you so much for joining me in this journey as I try to be brave today and tell a story that definitely is inspiring, but had no words, and we had to find our words. And sometimes that's what we need to do. We have the whole world as our canvas. Let's go out there and paint, put our writing on it. Thank you so much for joining in, everybody. But remember that Storytime will be back tomorrow with another exciting story. And yes, we are celebrating using the party. do join in for that one. And of course, find out what it's all about. Yes, tomorrow is about Big Kid Power. I use the party. Join in for that. And thank you so much for joining in as always. I love being here, and I just hope that, yes, everybody out there enjoyed the time we spent together. But absolutely going to see you again tomorrow, and I hope you enjoyed Brave Molly. Thank you so much. All right, so we have Maria Kerwa joining us out in El Sobrante. Thank you so much for joining in, and absolutely wonderful to have you here today. Thank you so much for joining in. Ellen in Chicago, as always, appreciate you. Jade and Ava Scarlett, thank you so much. Appreciate having you here. Isabella, Leslie, and Louise, thank you so much. And of course, Isabella, great to see you in class. Thank you so much. And who do we have? Heather, how are you doing? Yes, with Mbazira Kitumire and oh my goodness, I always seem to lose one. But I hope the boys are back at school and enjoying it. I saw pictures on Facebook. Thank you so much. That was amazing. I hope they're enjoying their year back. Thank you so much, Heather, for joining in. And please do give my love to the boys. Thank you so much. Zayana, Steele, and Zion, thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed that one, and I hope you do join us tomorrow for Using the Party. Yes. Good morning to you, Harmony Beth. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Absolutely appreciate it, Harmony Beth. I'm glad you're here to encourage Mr. Limata as well. Thank you, thank you. And of course, all the way out in Denmark, good evening to you, Marissa and Fiona. Thank you so much for joining in. I have not seen you in a while. Yes, thank you so much for joining in. I hope you had yourself a lovely summer indeed. Thank you so much, Fiona, however different this summer has been. Yes, thank you so much, Jenbetta. You know it means so much when it comes from you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Cobb. Appreciate it. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. This book is just so great because it allows you to create your own words, create around so much, be creative with it. And yes, I love it. Brave Molly. Do check out the links on where you can get a copy. Thank you so much for joining in. Absolutely love it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Dr. Cobb, great advice there for all the teachers out there. Thank you so much, Dr. Cobb. Appreciate you. All right, Ellen, thank you. Appreciate it. Lucy keeps repeating, oh, leave me alone. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. Oh, I love it. I love it. Thank you, Lucy and Wally. You keep me going. I am encouraged, and it wants me to come back some more. Thank you so much. And to you, Archie, have yourself a lovely day. And of course, Anne, appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Absolutely. Harmony Beth, I appreciate it. And yes, wordless picture books. Thank you. Chriselle, you are okay. Thank you so much for joining in. Rocco and Clay out in Long Beach. I hope you enjoyed that one. Have yourself a lovely day and hope to see you soon. Thank you for joining in, and hopefully you can catch the recording later on. Yes. Good morning to you, Isabella. You say that was a good book. Thank you for joining in. Thank you, Isabella. And of course to you, Sheba Chanda, appreciate it. Thank you. Have yourselves a good night out there with Benjamin. And you, Veronica Pittman, how are you doing? Good to see you. And good morning to you, Callie. And of course, good morning to you, Paris. I hope you have yourselves a lovely day. Thank you so much for joining in. Ava Scarlett, thank you so much. We'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Sheba Chanda, thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. All right. And Anna, You joined us with Karen Chan out in San Francisco. Thank you for joining us and hopefully see you again soon. Remember, tomorrow we are back for I Use the Party, and that one is written by Maria van Lysenhout. Do join us for that one. Thank you so much. From me, it is much love as always, and I will see you in the morning right here, 10:30 Pacific time. Bye-bye.